Hi, today I'm very excited because I am going to talk to you about one of my favorite tools on how to get what you want in your life, and that's goal setting. But before I talk to you about that, I want to share a personal experience of mine that happened to me yesterday. And it's about what happens when you're not clear of what exactly you want in your life. And if you don't have a specific goal, if you have not set a specific goal. So, yesterday, I almost got invited to a date. So, what happened? Well, I was at the beach and I was talking to a guy, and he said, "Well, we should we grab a beer one day?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" He said, "Well, I can come downtown. I have a friend who has this bar," and he told me the name of the bar. He told me, "Do you know it?" "Yes, I've heard of it, but I've never been." He said, "Well, yeah, how would you like to go there?" I said, "Well, yeah, why not?" And he said, "Okay, let's do that. When?" And I said, "When?" He said, "I can even do it today." I said, "I'm sorry, I cannot do it today. I'm really tired, but why not tomorrow?" He said, "Okay, tomorrow." He said, "Let's meet there or there." And he offered two different places. And we could meet at 9:30 in the evening or 9:45. And then we continued, and then we can go to the bar, and if we don't like it, we can have a beer, and if we don't like it, we can leave. I said, "Well, okay." And then we continued talking. And after an hour or so, he said he decided to leave, and he said, "Bye bye." And he left. Do you think that we are going to meet today? I'm guessing not. Why not? Because we never actually discussed and agreed on the specifics of how we were going to meet. And that's the problem when you don't set specific things, because vague goals, it's the same thing with goals. Vague goals produce vague results. And this is what I'm going to be talking about today. Oh, and the other thing is, did I really want to go on this date? Maybe yes, maybe no, but it seems that I wasn't sure. So what is also very important is to decide exactly what you want. And this is what we're going to do. If I really wanted to do it, what should I have done? And yeah, so that's what I'm going to share with you today. Creating goals from your wants and using these as roadmaps to get exactly what you want. And I use the acronym roadmaps, which is exactly what every goal that works should be and should have. So, what does it stand for? R, reasonable, orderly, accountable, with a deadline, measurable, actionable, personal, and specific. And don't worry about it, I'm going to talk about each one a little bit more so that you understand what each of these are. So the first one is it must be personal. As I talked about what you want, it must be something that you want, not your parents, not your spouse, not anybody else, but you personally. And you must also know and remember your why, because as you move into action and trying to achieve this goal, you will there will be times that you will run into roadblocks. Remembering your why will help you to push past them. The second thing is that they must be specific. The more specific, the better. So in my case, we should have set the time, the place, everything. So a goal must be specific, because as I said, vague goals produce vague results. Like if I told you I want to be my ideal weight, would you know what that meant? No, I must be very specific at the exact number. What's the exact number that I want? The third one, it must also be measurable. Again, it must be something that another person other than you can assess if you've achieved it or not. It must have a deadline. By when do you want this goal achieved? And why do we need a deadline? Because it will help you to assess and have a specific and push yourself to achieve this goal, but by this specific deadline. The next one, it must be reasonable. And what I mean by that is that it must be something that, yes, it puts you outside of your comfort zone, but it must be something that with some effort you can achieve it. It must not be something that really scares you so much that you don't even start, you're afraid to start, or something that you cannot believe it can be achieved. It must be something that if you try hard enough, it can be done. And you can start by setting smaller goals and then build up as you go along. The next one is that your goal must be actionable. And what do I mean by that? It is not enough to just set a goal, but you must start taking action to achieve it. And this is actually what I'm going to be talking to you about tomorrow. How can we take action and what do we do? And it must be orderly. What do I mean by that? It means that you need to have a plan of action, or at least know what are the first steps you need to take in order to achieve it. And as you are starting to get into action and doing things, then the road and the next steps will become clearer if they are not from the beginning. And the last thing is that your goal must be accountable. What do I mean by that? It means that you have to share your goal with someone. And this someone, it can be a friend or a coach or anyone, will help you stay accountable as you move towards achieving it. They will cheer you and they will also push you when this is needed. So that's my roadmaps. That's what you need to do to create goals that actually work. And I would really love if you look at what you have decided that you want to have in your life and start by creating one of these goals using roadmaps. And if you want a reminder, I will put a link in the comments where you can go and download the roadmaps acronym and what each one of those is about, as well as a few examples of good goal setting sentences. So please, if you do that, share one of your goals in the comments below. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow where we're going to talk about how you can start taking actions and using these roadmaps. Bye-bye.